All right, today, filthy kitchen cooking with Squadman. Pan-fried steak. So, first off, let me show you what I have here. This is the pan, and I have it coated with olive oil. I've got that on a medium heat, and I'm just waiting for the smoke point of the oil. That's when you see it start to smoke. The steak we're going to be cooking is right here. I've got it under this paper towel just to absorb some of that moisture. So I put paper towel underneath and on top, and now I've got that wiped up. So I will get rid of this paper towel. I got this delightful piece of meat here. I'm going to be cooking this steak in pan. Once the oil starts to smoke, we'll know that it's hot enough. I believe the smoke point of olive oil is around 230 degrees Celsius. You might want to check. That's strictly from memory, and I'm not exactly a spring chicken. So now that I've got my steak, I've got it dried fairly well. This steak has been sitting out on the counter for a couple hours to attain room temperature. I'm putting some salt on. Yes, I know. Too much salt. Oh, what are you doing? Blood pressure, heart disease, all that. Well, you know, a lot of this salt is going to end up in the oil. And then I coat it with pepper. Might look like too much pepper, but again, a lot of that pepper is going to end up. So here's what our fine piece of steer looks like with salt and pepper on it. And if you want to know what a steer is, it's a male cattle that was once a bull. And if you want to know the difference between a bull and a steer, I'll leave that up to you to research on your own. So, I'll flip that over. Same thing. I'm going to salt it. Salt. It's snowing. Look, it's Christmas. Some pepper. So with this, we're going to be doing, this steak is roughly an inch thick, we'll say. And I'm going to be doing about 2 minutes and 30 seconds per side. That should give me a nice medium rare. Medium rare is the way to go. I'm going to be cooking 2 steaks. I will be eating 1 steak tonight before I go to work, and I will be eating the other steak. I'll be heating that up and eating it tomorrow night. So knowing that, this second steak, well, both steaks actually are going to be reheated in the microwave. Sad, but true, because once I cook these steaks, I'm going to bed. And then I have to work at night. I'll be getting up at 9:45. And I have to be to work at 11. So I will be reheating both of these steaks. They'll be in the microwave for probably an extra 2 minutes. So as you can probably see, the oil has reached its smoke point. So there's some smoke wafting up out of the pan, and that means it's time for our steak to sing. And if you like the sound of a singing steak, get ready. Oh, listen to that delightful steak. So that is in the pan. Now I will set my timer. My timer is ready, so I've got it there for 2 minutes and 40 seconds. The reason I have it 2 minutes and 40 seconds and not 2 minutes and 30 seconds is I usually hit the timer first and then drop the steak in give myself a little leeway. But this isn't rocket science, this is culinary art. And as a result, an extra 10-15 seconds here or there is not going to make anybody sing. Julia Childs is no longer with us, so we don't have to worry about her calling up with a nasty phone call. Now, I need my tongs. Where be me tongs, they say. I got these tongs here for $1. They should work for a couple of times before this pin gives out and then they become useless garbage. But that's the way the cookie crumbles, so to speak. I don't like the look of this basketball jersey, so I'm going to put something else on. Ta-da! And no, I'm not wearing a skirt. I have a towel on. I just had an exercise workout. I was quite sweaty, so I'm just drying off with a towel. So right now, we have approximately a minute left, and then we should be good to flip it. Flip it. Flip it good. Now, how much time is left? 26 seconds to flip zone. Flip it around. So, trying to find a nice spot for this camera. Let's have a look, shall we? Ooh. Isn't that lovely? So again, ooh, there is the timer. So we will stop that and reset it. Time for the tongs to do the business. I'll just flip that over. Now, the steak has curled up a little. What are we going to do about that? Well, not to worry. I've got a knife here. I can just cut that tendon that's going around and flatten that out. I usually don't use a knife for this, and the knife's not really working all that well. That's where your kitchen scissors come in. So I do have some kitchen scissors here. They're probably filthy, but I'm hoping the heat of the pan will do the trick. So let's see, how does this side look? Ooh, isn't that delightful? We got a nice brown coating, just the way we like it. Some of the fat is rendering out. We got that beautiful bone. Hopefully the true squadman will get to gnash down on that bone one day. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not actually Squadman. I am Squadman's father. Squadman is a four-legged little hairy guy. One day maybe you'll meet him. So the steak is singing and the clock is ticking. We have 1 minute left. And then this steak is going to be ready. So I'm going to get my plate. And also, I'm going to be doing steak number 2. So while I'm waiting, I get some paper towel. Lay that down. Steak number 2 is going to go there. I'm going to dry that off. You guys missed this when I was doing steak 1. And I'm going to tamp that down. Tamp it down, old sport. 22 seconds left, so it's time for a plate. Those plates are dirty. I'm going to take this lovely plate here and get it ready. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Stop the clock. Stop the clock. So, steak is ready. Take my tongs. Right now, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it on the plate. Now, how do we finish the steak? I don't recommend you do it this way, but this is how I'm doing it today. I have some butter here. It's very liquidy butter. This butter is pretty well almost melted. See? And I'm just going to put that on this steak. Ideally, what I should have done is I should have melted the butter in the pan and then poured the melted butter over the steak. But the reason why I didn't do that is because I'm going to cook steak number 2. Now, I didn't time this very well. Steak number 2 should have been ready to go in the pan right away, but since it's not ready, I haven't put the salt and pepper on it. That's what I'm going to do now. Anyway, this video is getting a little long, so I will cook steak number 2, and the rest of you guys can think about eating a steak and think about me enjoying this steak later. Anyway, till next time, who loves your baby? It's me. If you have any questions, any comments down below, and until next time, goodbye.